The theme of this one is all about composure.
Okay. Yep, that's what I need.
Composure and execution in the clutch. As you're gonna see, at this moment in time, let's see, what's the score?
I think it's 1-0. Jimmy J is up one.
Yeah,
Best
yeah.
of three.
It's a
Yeah.
first to two actually.
Or yeah, yeah.
This is a team tournament at E-League. So this, once you press play, this is the moment where um, things start to slip away from Mr. Naps, and Pokchop is really starting to feel himself.
Yeah.
And there's a moment where I don't want to spoil it, but there's a moment where you can see his Mr. Naps tournament experience, his nerves of steel, really help him to regain his composure and make the comeback. Yes.
Yo, we got a host from Ben Lee with that a strong 11 viewers. That was
Nice.
we got the guhs we got the guhs in the chat. So
So this match is all about psychology.
okay.
It's all about keeping your composure, not being nervous, and playing, as Mr. Naps would say, normal Tekken. Just playing normal Tekken.
So like, see for me playing a Brian, I can kind of almost like that's the one thing that I'm learning is he's a character that you have to keep in the back of your head. This is kind of how I deal with it. Is like I can even Speedkick kind of said it. I don't know if Ghoul is in the chat still, but Brian is a character that there's no health lead that's sacred against him, right? So he can literally like right here, he could be at this health and he could land 1-3-4 and he could combo the whole damn he could bring it back with literally a combo and a taunt set up in the corner. And you know, and it's
Okay.
it's a really difficult mindset to develop because like for Josie for example, for Josie it's very easy to feel frustrated with her down fours, her quarter or her wave dash threes or whatever.
Yeah, crouch dash 3.
Yeah. Her down forward one's pretty good. You know, she's got really good buttons, so she can get away with pressing a lot of buttons. Crouch dash, low on hit is -1. I guess. Maybe?
I'm pretty sure it's like +3.
+3? I believe. Yeah, I feel like it's plus.
+4.
Sidestep might be
Yeah,
yours.
No, that's like her switch stance he's
Switch.
talking about.
Okay. Might
Yeah,
be
the
the
switch
switch
stance
stance low. Might be the switch stance low.
Yeah, the crouch dash low is pretty plus. But yeah, like as we're gonna see in this match,
Yeah.
we're gonna see how Mr. Naps deals with that.
Okay. So
He starts dealing with it towards the end though.
towards the
So
end.
right now he's sort of flustered. So let's see
Yeah.
how he regains that composure.
Oh, that's really loud. Hold on. Here we go. Got Rip yelling his damn ass off over here. Yeah, you got
So now
Pork Chop.
Pokchop is on the verge
Yep,
of
he's
winning.
feeling himself. He's feeling himself. Back
And
one.
it's actually pretty cool that we have the face cam too.
Yeah. Yeah, look at Jimmy. He's so salty that he got that. That's like the worst feeling when you get snake edge. You don't even mean it. It's the worst. I can just talk about how Jimmy's feeling right now. So net right now, like, see, this is kind of smart too. I do this a lot. So he does his 3-4 on block, and see, so 3-4 is -13. So what he's gonna do is he does the 3-4, and then see Pork Chop kind of like he flinched in and going in. It was smart because he backed off, like he tried to do like a 3 or something to try to go in. He would have got clipped by the orbital. So it's like you can go in and get space, but then it's also very difficult to press a button there. And there's the counter hit.
Yep.
Running 3. So now Jimmy's just doing a lot of plus moves or a lot of safe moves. And there's Jimmy, what I noticed is he does a lot of jabs as well. Oh my god.
Yeah, for Brian is like the single jab is very important.
Yeah, Brian.
More pronounced than any other character. You have to have that single jab, and then what are you gonna do afterwards?
Yeah, I think for Brian, it's like the thing about the jab is like there's a few things you can do. You can do a jab down forward 2. You can do a jab down 4 or a hatchet kick, right, for a low. And then even that, there's like the meta there. I really like doing jab, sidestep, forward 3. Getting his turn back. Yeah, jab's probably one of the best ways anyone could get his turn back. It's just Brian's kind of forced to use it because he doesn't really have. That's the thing about Brian is he has 3 moves that I think are under like 13 and under frames, right? Forward 3 is tracking for Brian. Ludi, I don't know.
Yeah, it tracks pretty well.
Yeah, it does decent. It does decent. I think it's about 15, 16 frame startup. And it's a counter hit setup, but the range is very, very peculiar, very tight, very close range. But yeah, let's keep going before my cat decided to freaking pause the damn thing. Yeah, so down forward, full crouch, down forward 4 is -10, but Porkchop almost got the punish. Yeah, I mean that's the thing is there's not much you can do, and like even like Jimmy, I don't know like any other player. You get Porkchop, like he's probably look at him popping off. Look at how confident he is. I want him to lose so bad. I want him to because I'm just a Jimmy fanboy. Look at how concerned he is. He looks so lonely.
It's only gonna get worse from here, man. As we'll see.
Or is it?
It gets very, very close to Naps being eliminated. This is why this is a good example of
Oh,
keeping
jeez,
your
they already went
composure.
into it. Oh, there's a 3-4. Okay, down forward 1. Good adaptation there. Yep, 1-4-3. Good punish. Oof. Damn.
See, that's when you know when you're getting flustered when you're getting hit by that second hit.
Yeah.
Josie down forward 3-2. Everything is going Pokchop's way.
Dude, I was getting so scared when this was happening. I remember I was watching this live and I was like sweating my damn ass off. I think this was a perfect 2, right? Yeah.
Dude, okay, this is when it starts to. Okay, this exact moment.
I think doesn't he do like a taunt jet upper?
Perhaps.
I think he does. I think. Oh, come on! I want to see it. No, he doesn't. I think it's right here. Oh, I'm feeling it. Fellas. Oh, just orbital. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm gonna restart because I was looking for the taunt jet upper. Yeah. So it looks like he started doing a lot of he started doing orbitals at that really good range. A lot of low threes. Yeah, a good sidestep there from Porkchop. You see that on the jab? Yeah. So usually what I like to do with Brian is
I didn't know you could step that.
yeah.
Cool.
Oh yeah, because it's 0, right? So it's 0 on block. So that would mean that what is it? If it's 0 on block, you can step because steps have a 6 frame startup, right? So just usually because usually a lot of Brians are gonna like to jab after that, right? So definitely a good answer for it. And then block soccer kick, I guess. If you want.
I think it's pretty important to block Brian's low soccer kick.
I mean, would you block or would you low parry? I mean, it is -13. I think there's a few characters. I think. Well, actually, Josie. This matchup sucks. And let me tell you why. Josie can block it and she can get her wall rising 2-1, and that punishes. And that's a 13 frame launch punish with Josie. This matchup sucks. Yeah, Kazuya, Josie, and Eddie. Damn, now I remember why I hate this matchup. Yeah, so not only can she just like abuse her pressure, but she can also I haven't even saw anything that what's Mr.Naps doing? Hold on. I gotta take notes on this one. Jab to keep pressure and slash obtain turn. And maybe Lee. I think Lee does technically. He has a top spin.
If you let Brian players steamroll you with that low soccer kick, it's not a good time.
Yeah, because that's what I was trying to say. Because we were kind of talking about the Brian matchup earlier today, where it's like the thing is with Brian he also has the 3-4 as well, 3+4, which that has probably some of the best range for a mid counter hit launch. I don't know. For me, I don't really like doing the quarter circle back 4, the soccer kick, just because it is -12. I mean, hatchet kick is minus 13, but like it's also a low, so they're if they block it, they're in a crouch, so it's like the punish is not as bad. Whereas the other one, I feel like a minus 12 while they're standing. I don't know. It just feels like I should use maybe the mid soccer kick more, but I don't know. I don't really see Jimmy J uses it once in a while, but like not frequent enough to, you know what I'm saying? Not like as like a launch. He uses it as like a ground pickup, but like I don't know. I don't really see people really use. I think the thing that people would use, you could use the quarter circle back 2-4, right? And you could hit confirm the 2.
Yeah. The way Brian players use that at a high level is they sort of like melts it into their movement. So they're like sidestep, backdash, and then do a quarter circle back 3.
Yeah.
It's a good way to like hide it.
Yeah.
The same goes for like Josie's crouch dash 3 as well.
So wait, say that again. Say that again. How do they hide it?
They sort of like they do like side steps
Hmm.
into quarter circle back 3.
Okay.
Because a lot of the times what I've noticed is that when I try to like sidestep down forward 2 people, they just stand there and block.
The
But no
down
one
forward
really
2?
blocks sidestep lows. It's just sort of this psychological thing.
Yeah,
When you
because
do a sidestep into a low, people just get clipped by it.
that's true. I do it. The thing is like the issue is because I do the sidestep low a lot as well. Like I would do hatchet kick, sidestep, hatchet kick, but then they also, if you do it a lot, then people start almost seeing the sidestep as like a trigger to block low, which then gets to the meta of you do the sidestep and you do a 3-4.
Yeah, that's pretty good too.
For masking a lot of moves with Brian is it's kind of underrated, and really a lot of high level players do it, but they taunt. They would approach taunting and they would like cancel it almost right away or instant. So you get kind of like a weird, almost looks like he's kind of like floating towards you, you know, where it's like your movement, you see like the dashes, but if they taunt, they almost like they keep the same animation, you know, and they kind of like, yeah. So you get the taunt and you can pretty much do whatever you want. So I catch a lot of people with grabs, even just normal grabs or soccer kicks off of that. And the taunt tracks as well, which is good. Okay, let's get back into the match. Of course,
We're gonna see some taunt action pretty soon.
Yeah.
Because this is when he regains his composure. He's like, "Hey man, I'm Mr. Nap."
Yeah. Y'all know who you're playing? Tatia. There it is. That's the thing about this is what I was talking about, Brian. Look at what he did. It's like it was literally look at the health bar right now. It's like maybe an eighth down. He still has 7/8 health, and it was one good look at. He was just dashed in and jab, and it was like Mr. Naps pretty much made his just whoop and then did an orbital and then brought him to the wall, and then gets the taunt jet upper, and that's it. Which, I mean, you know, obviously that what Jimmy just did there is probably one of the hardest things to do in the damn game, but
that's that execution in the clutch. This is as clutch as you can get. Because your opponent is one round away from eliminating you.
There was the there was a good whiff punch. I can rewind it. Oh, and so that was I think the full crouch down forward 4 from Josie by the looks of it, right? Yeah. And then so as you can see, what range was Mr. Naps at? He was at about like a two character maybe?
Yeah. But I think he kept on backdashing.
Yeah, I think he did one more, right? Yeah, I think he did one more and then he canceled it because he saw the whiff.
I'm surprised that actually punished because it's a high. And it looks like Josie recovered crouch. I guess not.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's one of those. Yeah, see, she kind of like stood up into it. Watch.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so I think because it's on whiff, I think she stands up. Yeah, see, she stands up and recovers. Down forward, yeah, that wasn't counter hit, so it doesn't work. Yeah, so that was a good. So the thing about back one is he was at a really good range there. See, so back one's really good, especially in this situation because it's plus. You don't want to spam it. But see, he was at a really good range, and then like, as you can see, Jimmy J, if he waited like one frame early, he probably would have got counter hit by whatever Pork Chop's doing right now. because the back one, it has a pretty decent startup, but obviously if you wait long enough, you kind of see like maybe Porkchop reacted to Jimmy J just moving, and then since it's that back one, you get that full counter hit. So obviously Brian's really fishing for the counter hits. Back one's a really good move, but it's scary. It's scary. Again, which is the clutch play from Jimmy J, coming in with the back one with this timing.
Yeah, it's like what I was saying before about you use fast moves first,
Yeah.
and then you slowly build up to the slow moves. Once you get a feel for how your opponent responds.
That was similar to the Take low high match, right?
Definitely, yep.
Fast moves first. Feel out opponent. So then, yeah, you probably knew, okay, Porkchop's not going to attack because I know I got him scared. So now I'm going to do feel out opponent, then big moves. I mean, obviously it was really good awareness. Just that he knew that Porkchop wasn't going to press a button, right? And he could get the thing is, he could get away with doing the back one.
Yeah, and even if it's on block, it's good for him.
Yeah. So it's like he saw the opening and he was like, I can just throw this move out and then I'm still in control even afterwards. And that's kind of like, even like I was gonna say before the match starts, I was gonna say Jimmy J, like, or even just Brian players in general, that's what they kind of do, is like once they start, they get kind of their turn, they can kind of keep it with the back ones, the running threes, as well as even like the down forward twos are minus though, but it's like like the ones, running threes and back ones are really good for Brian just to kind of keep the pressure up, and also that full crouch is gonna bring it back. So he must have read, I don't know what he did there. I think he was just, because it's a good attack, obviously, on counter hit at top spins, which he did that really quickly. But that was smart on Porkchop's end, just to kind of stay down and wait for the taunt shenanigans. So I wonder, I think, hold on, let me see if I'm correct. Yeah, okay, so he went for, that's what I would have done. He went for an orbital there. That catches me a lot, too. So on wake up, I think he was expecting a low there, but it's almost smart to go for the orbital there, just because, as you can see here, Josie did the mid, but it doesn't matter because Mr.Naps or Brian was in the air from the orbital, so you're not going to get a damage from a combo, and then if he does a low, then you could do an orbital and beat it out. So awareness from Jimmy there. Down 4. That was really smart. That's yeah.
Things like that make me think like whether or not like interrupting with a 13 frame move will be a good option select.
Yeah. So that's the thing.
Now you can deal with both the follow up and the actual low.
Down forward 3 on block interrupt.
But yes, Mr.Naps has some very godlike reactions.
Yeah, definitely godlike reactions. Either godlike reactions or just extremely hard reads. Because even like there, like that orbital right there, like if Porkchop was just like look at how close he was to getting clipped, which I guess was good spacing for Porkchop, right? Which is why he went for just a jab there. If he went for any other button, he probably would have got clipped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that was just, even on that low block there, on the down forward 3 into the switch stand, the running stance or whatever. Damn, dude, Jimmy brought that team. Even his team was actually pretty good. Like Cody's a really strong Mishima player as well. And then Cuddlecore knocked out.
Cuddlecore was like the true MVP.
Yeah, she knocked out like all of Anakin's team pretty much. I just play normal Tekken. I mean, I'll keep watching this.
But yeah, those were the 3 matches I wanted to show. I didn't really have any talking points for that last one. I just really wanted to showcase so I can have some
Yeah.
composure.
Well, I remember
That's like only something that a tournament veteran.
yeah, that's something that like playing at literally the highest level for so long, um that's the only thing that really could bring. Even like I was gonna say Eris brought up a really good point on one of, I think he was showing off like his like tournament tier list or whatever, and he was saying before he thought execution was really important in like tournament high tier, right? But the more he started thinking about it, it's like, execution's really like wake up, do it 1,000 times, go to bed, wake up, do it, and it's like it could be trained and it could be, obviously at a tournament, the reason why Brian I think is not played as much and as frequent is just because he has a wide plethora of moves that he could be using. He has a lot of tools, whereas like Drag, Jack, Kazumi have tools like 3 or 4 main tools that you can kind of use and kind of spam. So there's not much to really think about. So I think that's a big reason why Brian's not represented in tournaments as much as other characters. But as Jimmy J shows, if you have the execution to back it up, very tournament viable. Very tournament viable.
I agree. I agree.
And I mean, for the most part, I'm trying to work on really simplifying my Brian. You know what? I'm trying to really like you said, moving helps so much with Brian, because if you don't move, you really can't get that space, and you have to worry about all the moves that an opponent has, right? So movement, obviously, with sidesteps, and he has, I don't know if he has the best, but he has at least, he's got one of the best punishment game. Like, not punishment, but like sidestep, like a whiff punish. He has maybe the best in the game, and like damage output in general is like insane. We don't have to watch the whole thing, but I probably should be going to bed soon. Yeah, you going to a balance patch tomorrow? I think Nick G, I think it's gonna be his last week going.
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah, because he's gonna be moving. So
Because
yeah, he got like a new job.
oh yeah. Yep. In Florida.
Yep.
I would definitely want to play with him one last time, but a development just happened while we were on stream.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my sister just got her baby.
Oh
just had her
damn.
baby.
Damn, you want to leave? You want to go there? Run, cutcc, run. Go there.
I'm not sure, because like my mom just like during the low high talking match, my mom just came in and she was like, "Hey, I tried to text you. Like your sister just had a baby."
Oh no! What the hell? Yo, cutcc, go! I'm gonna pause it. Cutcc, get the hell out of here! Get the hell out of here!
I'm pretty sure I have to go visit her tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Okay. You sure?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Congrats. Chat says congrats. Good work for your sister, man. Good looks, man.
Yeah. Pretty nice. Thanks. Maybe I could go to balance patch afterwards.
Well, there's also if you're available Sunday, there's also a monthly on Sunday in Rhode Island, but you'd probably have to find someone. Maybe Still Electric might be going. So damn. So we had a birth on. This has been a crazy stream, dude. This has been educational. Today's been a blessed day. It's been a blessed day. We have JoJo's Part 5 got announced. We have cutcc's sister giving birth. We have amazing Tekken play. I don't know, dude. Can't get better than that. Can't get better than that.
Pretty good.
I'm gonna keep watching this. Speaking of getting better. If you want to leave, you can leave whenever. If you want to leave, visit your sister.
Well, yeah, I guess I need to go downstairs, talk to my mom.
Yeah, you could. You want. Okay, I'm gonna pause it. You could say some final words to the people. I'll put it on webcam. Oh, not that mode. I'll put it on. Where the hell is it? There it is. Oh, not that. There we go. Yeah. So there you go. Here's the link to his YouTube channel. I think I watched. I don't know if I watched your channel before I knew. Maybe I did, and then I remember you showed up to what was it, Game Underground, and I was like, "Yo, this kid's good," and you're like, "Yeah, I'm this guy," and I was like, "Yo, this kid makes videos."
Yeah,
So
I remember that.
yeah, so um,
Yeah, a lot of
definitely,
people
yeah.
say that they watched my frame data video before
Mm.
they knew what it was. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, the understanding frame data in Tekken.
Yeah.
Yeah, that has a lot of views. That has about half a mil, a little bit over half a mil. I really like the strengths and weaknesses video.
Hmm.
Um, and like that just really put kind of it's good to always revisit that because it's such a concept that I feel like when you play so hard you forget, right? And it's like just sometimes just the fundamentals of like you said, even just as simple as spacing, just so that you take their moves away, you know.
Yeah.
So it's
'Cause
like,
sometimes people think too much,
yep, yep,
and sometimes I think too much. So sometimes
oh
I need
yeah,
to remind
yep,
myself of that too.
yeah. I think way too much all the damn time, and
Yeah.
and of course you have the Quick Notes series, which is a series about. I mean, I'll freaking cut promos for the boy.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
um,
it.
yeah, it's goes over like it's probably I've seen a few character guides that are like, oh, this is how you play. Your Quick Notes guides are like the perfect amount of information. Like you have like this is your 10 frame, this is your 12 frame, this is your 14 frame, this is your 15 frame punish, and it's like you get all the punishes, you get your launchers, you get your basic combos. I mean, like there's everything in the videos that you could really ask for, you know. So after that, then
Yeah.
of course it's up to the player to find more info if they want it. Um,
Yep. Yeah, like my quick notes videos, it also stems back to that thing that I was talking about. Keep it simple
yeah.
because even if you have combos, even if it seems boring to an outsider, just keep it the same every
Mm-hmm.
single time. Because you just try to be elaborate, you're gonna drop it.
Yep.
So my combos is I try to keep a balance between like damage and practicality, and all the other information is very important too. Those are the things that I look at whenever I try to learn a new character.
Mm-hmm.
How do you punish?
Yep.
How do you whip punish? How do you
Yep.
deal with Eddie?
How do you
How do
deal with Eddie?
you
I like how that's its own thing.
yeah, and how do you wall splat? How do you counter hit? Whatever. Things like
Yeah. I think in this game, I think one of the things that I would even put down is how do you deal with jumps too, like Eliza and Akuma, and even a little bit of Geese for that matter. Um,
anti-airs.
yeah. I mean, for the most part, characters could jab or like do a standing four or something, or um, I'd like mock kick a lot, which it's a little slow, but if you know they're jumping, I do it. But yeah, there is the Quick Notes series. I don't know if I've really. He also has a lot of like there's like the handbook, right? What is this ballad playlist? What is this? I'm gonna have to
Hey,
peep that.
that's just songs I like. I'm also a music aficionado too.
Look at this, multi-talented cutcc. But yeah, so there's the link. I put it in the chat. Um, please go check him out. He is extremely knowledgeable in this game, as he is the professor. Um,
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but
you're
I'm also learning like
knowledgeable. You're
I'm also
knowledgeable.
on a learning path like you guys.
Yeah, we're all. That's the thing. Is the cool thing about Tekken is everyone's learning. Like hell, I go into, um, I go into Spirogen's stream and he's like, yeah, I just learned that if you hold down back, you get up crouching. I never knew that till a week ago. And it's like he's like one of the best U.S. players, right? And even though holding down back on wake up gets you up holding crouch block, right? So it's like everyone's learning, and that's the great thing about streaming is people with like I don't know, again, I'll shout out the name Ghoul. I was even talking to him at the last Rhode Island Monthly. um he's very knowledge people are knowledgeable on different things, right? He's very knowledgeable at like very specific information. Like he's like, oh, that's
Esoteric
minus,
stuff.
yeah, like minus 10, and like and he gives me all like the frames and like the but it's like some people are like, yeah, I just kind of like did that because I knew it was gonna hit, and it was like I wonder, because they gain data from playing, and some people gain data from um like learning it, like looking at books and stuff, right?
Mhm.
So we're all learning, we're all right there with you. But thanks for coming in. Congratulations to your sister. I hope
Thank you.
everything.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's been a lot. I really want to do this like a lot more. So if you find like three matches seem to be a really good time limit, right? So if you find
Mhm.
like three more matches, or hell, even if you want to critique my gameplay, that would actually be
Yeah,
a lot of
I think
fun
next
too.
time we should keep it more personal
Okay.
because that can help us out like directly.
Yeah.
Like yeah, analyze our own matches.
Yeah. So if you have matches that you want to do, I mean I stream so I can just be like, oh, I really want to watch these matches. So obviously I'm going to try to pick something recent that maybe I haven't looked at yet, and then maybe we can kind of go through it together, and then I can say, "Oh, this is what I was thinking." And then even if you got stuff, I don't really know much about law, but like if you maybe bring like a Brian matchup or like a Steve matchup or hell even like, even a matchup that you having trouble, we can both break it down and
Mhm.
try to see what's up. So,
Yeah, hopefully we'll get better at it and we can like
oh yeah,
not
yeah.
not ramble on as much.
I think today, I think the one complaint that I had is the middle match, the low high versus Taki. I didn't really have that much to say, to be honest, because I really liked how Naroma and Q Dance was playing, and there was a lot to like digest. And then the Brian and the Pork Chop, I just really know Brian, obviously. So I was able to kind of explain a lot of what was going on and kind of the good and the bad of Brian. But like, yeah, that match just went by really fast. Like there was only like two or three matches, and it was like, whoa.
Yeah, I think that but actually I think that the second one is important because
Yeah,
the fact that you didn't understand it as much means that
that's where I need
that's
to work
where
on. That's true.
because
It
like
was.
and I also think that a lot of people kind of like glance by that that
Mm-hmm.
grand final. It was so plain and boring to an outsider. But like if you
Yeah.
really understand Tekken, that match is actually very fascinating because they're doing so much so fast with
Yeah.
very simple tools over and over again. So that's why that's one of my favorite tournament matches
Okay.
personally
Yeah, maybe
because
we
it's
could.
so
Yeah.
so basic.
I really
Yeah.
want to go over that maybe more with like a fine tooth comb, and then definitely look at it more. I got a little bit from it. Like I got a lot of it where like the moves that you really want to press in those kind of situations and stuff. But like it was just really like for Brian, it's when you get in, you're not really in for a while.
Yeah.
And you do a certain few moves, so that's not my play style. So it was really like I don't know if it was boring to really watch, but it was like you could see like they definitely had a different play style, and to me, I was even calling it like a brawl kind of esque style, and you were like, nah, not really, because they're doing certain moves for a certain reason, right?
Yeah.
So
Like from an outsider perspective, it probably is boring, but if you're actually experiencing that in a real match, you'll start to understand.
yeah, it's extremely like intense, I guess is the word, if you're in that kind of match, because it's like if you press one button, like the momentum completely shifts,
It
and
really
it's
does, yeah.
it's so spooky because especially that's why they were doing so much safe moves like down forward ones for Kazumi, down forward ones for Law, and like even with that little space that low high got, he started going with the crouch dash cancels with Law, and it was such like
Mhm.
a uh like it was just so scary for Take because he didn't really know what to do, because it's like Law could do the while rising one launch. He could do, especially at the health that he was at, he could have just done a while rising 1-2, and that would have finished him.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, definitely a lot of stuff to digest, and there was a lot of stuff that went by so quickly that I think it was really hard to say stuff. But yeah, it just kind of shows you learn the moves like at close range that are very strong. Like even Brian has down forward 2, even down forward 1 to some extent in his jabs and like his down 4s and 3s, right? But
Mhm.
Yeah, that was a very intense set if you kind of knew what was going on, and like since you were a law player, you probably understood a lot more of the risks that low high took.
Yep,
Um,
indeed.
but yeah, maybe we can go over that match. That'd be a good one, or maybe another law match as well. But there's I don't know, there's not really too many laws anymore. There's a lot in America, but they don't really go to tournaments that much.
Yeah, I can only think of a couple of law players. And on the American side is Rip, Just Frame James.
Yeah, but even then,
Internationally,
yeah,
it's just Malgu,
yeah,
Dabaru,
yeah,
and Lowhigh occasionally.
yeah.
I'm
He's
kind of sad he switched
yeah,
to Shaheen.
yeah. He's a Shaheen player, a
But yeah,
Shaheen tournament player.
there's only enough law players to fit on my hand.
Yeah,
One,
for
two, three,
real.
four, five.
For real. I got for Brian like a high level known players. The only Brian player that I can say, I mean, people put Knee there, but it's Mr. Naps because Knee doesn't really play. He plays Brian when he like wants to or when he's on vacation. He literally played Brian, I think, in Germany because he was on vacation.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he won the whole thing with Brian, so um, I don't know. No, I don't think he won the whole thing. I think he lost one game with Jin, and he was like, "All right, I'm gonna switch," and then he started playing Brian.
Hmm.
So I have 1.5 characters, but other than that, there's you see, I think there was one guy from Poland that was really strong with Brian, or was it Steve? Might have been Steve. There's a few out there that aren't known players, but are still very strong. Brian. He also got Incog, but I haven't really
Yes.
seen him.
Cognito.
Um, but yeah, yeah. I mean, even like pro players, there's only a handful of each character, unless if you play like the main five, right? So it's very um, specialized now. Very kind of, and then of course you get your character loyalist, but.
Yep.
Ooh. But yeah, that was a lot of fun though. I learned a lot. I got a lot of notes. Can't wait to look over these, maybe type them up, and try to maybe go back and reanalyze the matches.
Yeah, the most important takeaway from this is you have to practice and apply it.
Yeah, that's the important
Otherwise, it's
part.
just us talking about things, pretending we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, for real.
But you just got to really put into practice. Then things will click.
Mm-hmm.
Things will become more, and then you actually appreciate Tekken more because of that.
Yeah.
As I always say.
Appreciating stuff is like, especially when you hit it and you're like, I know it was gonna hit. That's when it's godlike, man. But yeah, I'm gonna let you get to your damn family, new family man over here, new family man. That
Yeah, I
was
guess I also want to give a shout out to my YouTube audience too to follow this guy,
oh,
OGS, Twitch TV/the OGS struggle, right?
I think it's just the OG struggle. Is it though? I don't even know what it is anymore. I think it's the OG struggle. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll put in the link in the description.
appreciate it.
If you guys
Appreciate
want to
it.
check out dank memes and positive energy, this is the guy to go to.
Damn, that's too. Damn, you're gonna make me cry, dog. You're gonna make me cry on stream, man. Damn.
I try.
A lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. Try to make it out to one of these tournaments this weekend, my guy. I want to see you out here. I want to
I'll
see.
try. All right, man. Have a good night.
All right, take it easy, dog.